all of that anxiety just kind of vanished when I started working with Ed, and it was just such a relief. I wanted to create a membership site that would make it easier for people to get the help they need in this very complicated world that we live in. My one-to-one services are very in-depth and are not accessible to everyone, but I wanted to create a platform that was going to expand my offering so that more people could benefit from my knowledge and my experience. I had struggled for a long time with doing this. It had become a bit of an issue for me because I'd tried everything, Kajabi, Thrivecart, you name it, the whole lot. And I just got bogged down in the technology. I just lost my way in the complexity of it all. There are just so many moving parts and so much that you need to get your head across. And I really needed someone with expertise who could step me through the process and who could help me create something that belonged to me rather than on another platform, and that completely and totally reflected my business. It was something that was completely bespoke. The worries I had about the process were, it's quite a vulnerable thing when you're not a technology expert. Your business is your life, and to hand over an important business development aspect to someone else for me, it's quite scary. And it was really important to me to be able to work with someone I could really trust and who I thought got me and my business and was understanding of exactly what I wanted to achieve, and put the thought and the care into the work they did to reflect my objectives from the whole exercise. And, working with Ed, that was very much my experience. He was super responsive, super engaged in what I wanted to achieve, and just really positive and supportive all the way through the process, which was amazing. The reason I chose to work with Ed was because I think it was his positive energy. I'm a great believer in, if things are difficult and heavy, that comes across to the user at the end of the day. If there's kind of a negative energy around the whole thing, it can just be off-putting. So it was just such a joy working with Ed. He's just a wonderful, kind, helpful, positive, knowledgeable, responsible human being. He's just brilliant, and it's a great joy and privilege to work with him. And all of that sort of anxiety that I had about the whole thing, that frankly was the cause of nearly 2 years of self-sabotage and nonsense. All of that anxiety just kind of vanished when I started working with Ed, and it was just such a relief to find somebody that I could trust and who wasn't going to put me through the ringer and was going to produce something that was going to make a difference. And that has been my experience from beginning to end. So the overall experience of working with Ed was extremely positive. With all of these things, there are little problems that come up and unexpected bits and pieces. But throughout the process, Ed was so generous with his time and with his sharing of information, and the end product is really, really on point. Is exactly what I wanted, and I feel amazing every time I share the link to my new membership site, because I know that people are going to have a good experience, and that it's going to convey exactly what I want it to convey and work in exactly the way I want it to work. And it's just such a big deal. It's such a big deal to be able to trust the people that you're working with and to feel confident in their skill, their ability to deliver what they promise. And the other big thing about working with Ed is that you learn a lot. He shares little videos explaining how to do things on the back end. And, that is a really, really positive thing. It's like, he doesn't just give you the fish the website, he gives you the fishing rod so that you can go and get your own fish in the future and manage the back end of your website and understand how it works and how everything fits together. And that is very empowering. It's a kind of really positive thing to feel that you've learned something in the process as well and have deepened or discovered. No, I wouldn't say I have a skill in the back end of websites, but I have definitely learned a lot, and I'm a million times better and have more confidence in this whole thing than I did before. So that's a plus, big time. I love it. I love the way it looks. I love the way it works. I love the way it's going to develop in the future. Really positive feeling. Having a membership site, being able to direct people there, knowing it's offering something that they need and that they're going to have a really good experience in getting access to my membership and my services. So it's just been very, very positive from beginning to end. If you're thinking about working with Ed and creating a new website with him, don't hesitate for a second. It will be one of the best decisions you have ever made. Certainly working with Ed was one of the best decisions I ever made. And you will find it's a very rewarding, very positive, very smooth, very happy experience. And I could not, hand on heart, recommend anyone better than Ed to build your website. Thank you, Ed.